recently I've really been having a thought around it's time for me to change some stuff in my business. It's time for me to do some new things, some fresh things, some things that make me excited. If that sounds like some thoughts that you've had, then girl, this conversation is for you. So make sure you stick around. If you don't know, I am Sonay of Sonay & Co. Email Marketing. We offer curated email marketing experiences for women-owned small business. We are a luxury boutique email marketing company. So if you are a small business owner who is in need of some new email sign-up forms, a lead magnet, some email funnels, and even some ongoing email campaigns, SMS campaigns, I'm your girl. Just go to our website, www.sonayandco.com, and schedule your free consultation today. So it's time for me to make some changes in my business. And I'm ready for some. How did this come about? Let me start there. Let me go back. How did this come about? So if you don't know, and this won't be the last time I talk about it, I know I'm going to be talking about this for the rest of my life. I lost my dad in August of 2024. And so, with the loss of my dad, someone who was so significant in my life, I changed. A lot about me has changed. My mindset has changed. That's what comes with a loss like that. He is the biggest loss that I've ever experienced. And it was really unexpected. And my dad was really a big part of my life. Like I saw my dad like every day. So it's been a really big thing. Girl, no, I'm not about to be sad. We're not about to go into the details of that because one thing is for sure, my misery does not love company. And two, I genuinely do not like crying in front of people. It is what it is. But the thing about it is it started to really make me reflect on my life. And I'm like, I don't like some of this stuff. And a lot of it has to do with my business. My business is a really big part of my life. It is. I spend a lot of time doing things in it, working on it, working in it. It's just a big thing. And so if you're spending so much time with something, shouldn't you enjoy it? And I think when I first started this, I started it, I was excited. Like, yes, I started a business. I got some customers. And I'm like, yes, the girl is doing her thing. And so it was exciting. But as time was going on and as my business was growing, I started to do a lot more things that I felt like I had to do in the business to, please customers. Like, this is what will attract the customers. These are the things that the customers will like. And while doing those things, I found them to be draining. Like, I think that we all come to a point in the business that we start to realize some things are just draining to us. And instead of just keep offering those same offerings, and it's not necessarily like, oh, I want to give up email marketing, because I don't. I have really big goals with email marketing. There's still so much for me to learn. You think email marketing is basic, but it really is complicated. Like, it is really complicated. Like, it requires like for real study. Like, I be studying. But anyway, so yeah, so it's not that I want to give it up, but there are certain aspects that I'm like, is this really necessary? Is this really going to change the service? And I think sometimes when having those conversations, it also starts to make me think, well, can I justify the price of my packages if I start to change or take away certain things? And girl, absolutely yes. I can still, yes, because all I'm doing is gaining more years of experience in this thing. The longer that I do it, the better that I'm getting. Yes, I can justify those prices. But also, I really realized I had to start doing some things that made me happy. And that means that maybe I let go of certain aspects of services, or maybe I add in services to see how they perform, so that maybe eventually I can actually then remove some of the services that I offer that are actual revenue generating services. And so one thing that I've started to do that really did bring me joy, honestly, is this YouTube channel. I'm gonna be honest, this has been one of the things that I genuinely wanted to do. And if you watched my welcome video on this channel, then you heard it. Like, this was something that I really wanted to do. I have always said I do not like Instagram for my business. I have never liked Instagram for business marketing. But Instagram has always been the place where I've gotten the most when it comes to getting customers. That is the platform where I do get customers. So it made no sense for me to stop doing it, but I've never enjoyed doing it for my business. It's always felt like one of those just, this is what you have to do because everybody say you got to do it kind of things. And so it's one of those things that I do. So I've never found joy. And it's one of those reasons why I'm always inconsistent with it, but also because I really do get caught up in the work of my actual business. I'll be honest, I really do. Um, so creating this YouTube channel was one of those things of, I just want to do it. This is what I want to do. And I had, like, I'm like, I got a purpose for it. It makes sense. It goes with the business, but this is something I just genuinely want to do. So I'm doing it. Regardless who watched the videos, regardless if I get the subscribers, whatever, this is something I really want to do. And I'm going to do it until I don't want to anymore. And that's just that. Another thing is, I really love designing. Like, I love designing the Pinterest pins and Instagram graphics. Like, I love that. Like, that is fun to me. And I'm just like, girl, why don't you offer it as a service? And I kind of was like, but should I? And I had to really question it. And I just went back and forth. And then I was like, forget that. Just implement it, because that's something that you actually want to do. When working on Pinterest, Pinterest is a hard platform. Y'all talk about the algorithm on Instagram. Baby, if you ain't never dealt with the Pinterest algorithm, you don't know nothing about algorithms. It changes like that. And it changes all the time. And they always got some updates on it. And it's just like, whoo. And organic is really the longest game. The longest game. But I enjoy creating the graphics. And so I feel like when I take on clients for Pinterest, they have to really want that service and they have to really understand that service. Because if I have to tell you why you really need it, then you're probably not the customer for that platform, because you're not going to see the value in it. And so, but instead of me completely eliminating Pinterest, because it's actually something I don't want to get rid of. I think it's a really good service. I think that is a really good platform, and it's really good for the businesses that it's good for. But instead of focusing on that service, I'm now shifting to focusing just on creating the graphics for it, because why not? I enjoy that part. I'm really great at it. If you haven't seen the Sonay & Co. design, girl, go follow us on Instagram. Okay, everything is at Sonay & Co. So that is something that I'm doing. And so I'm doing that because those things actually bring me joy. You are allowed to have joy in your business. And I think that for so long, it has always just felt like work, work, work for me. And it hasn't brought me real joy. I enjoy when I put out emails. I'm not going to lie. Like, I get excited when the emails go out, because I'd be like, that's the one. That email is great. But that's something, it feels, that's for the customer more so as well. Like, that's really benefiting their businesses, and it's not always benefiting my business necessarily. So I think that's really important to also say, like, this is finding things that actually bring me joy, that actually work for Sonay & Co., that has nothing to do with the customers, that has absolutely everything to do with this brand and this brand alone. And so those are the things that I've started to do in 2025. I have a few more things on the plate that I'm actually going to start implementing in 2025 that I'm also really excited about. Like, I have some real good initiatives coming up. Like, I really do. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really excited for them. And because they have some really good that they're going to introduce to the world. So, but I just want to say that, like, have you really felt like you've lost the joy in your business? Like, do you feel joyful in what you do? Because joy comes from the Lord. And so if I'm believing that this business came from the Lord, I have to also believe that He can give me joy in this business.